This video is going to be an unboxing and review of devices that can fit in the expansion bays of your personal computer. I'm going to start off with an unboxing of a dual hot swappable drive bay from Saiba. It also has USB ports. You can tell it comes with the screws, an adapter from SATA to Molex. It has the SATA cables. It came with directions as well. There's really not a lot to this particular device. So I'm not going to do the full unboxing, and there you have your USB cable. So really quick, unboxing for this particular device. I'm now going to do an unboxing of the Kingwin KF255. This product is a dual hot swap hard drive bay. However, you can only have the 2.5-inch hard drive in there or a 3.5-inch hard drive in this particular product. You can't have them both in there simultaneously. This product came with a user manual, as you'd suspect. You can also tell it was wrapped in bubble wrap. So the packaging is pretty good. The retail box looks decent, not that that really matters. But here we get a nice look at the device, and it's really super small, as you can tell. As I stated, you can have a 2.5-inch hard drive or a 3.5-inch hard drive, but you can't have both hard drives in there simultaneously. You do have the Molex connector and a SATA connector for power. There's really not much to this particular product other than it is really super small, and I'm going to demonstrate why some people might want this smaller device over the larger device that I just unboxed. As you can tell, it's somewhat of a tight fit between my power supply and my expansion bays. My fingers are small, so I can get in there pretty easy and unplug things. But if you have thicker fingers, you might want to opt for this shorter dual hot swappable hard drive bay system rather than get the larger one. I should also mention the Kingwin hot swappable hard drive bay only requires one SATA cable. So if you're running out of SATA ports, once again, that would be a reason to take this smaller expansion bay over the larger one. I should also mention that because it is a smaller expansion bay, the hard drives will stick out past the unit itself. The mechanical hard drives will stick out about 2 inches. The smaller laptop hard drives will only stick out about 1/2 inch. I have an internal RAID system for all my content. The only time I would need to use one of these expansion bays is for backup, so I wouldn't mind if it hung over 2 inches or 1/2 inch because it's only going to be in there when I'm doing a backup. I want to really quickly unbox a DVD player that's an OEM. You can find Blu-ray players just like this as well. As you can tell, there isn't a fancy retail box. You won't get a manual, you won't get screws, you won't get any type of cables, you won't get any DVD authorizing software. It's just basically the unit itself. You can usually find these for about $5 to $10 less than the retail version. Sometimes you can find them for even $15 less. So if you want to save money, that's the reason you'd want to get one of these OEM drives. I just thought I'd show this really super quick. I buy a lot of hard drives like this as well, where there's no screws, there's no cables, there's no manual, there's no retail box. I'm going to really quickly do an unboxing of a USB 3.0 card reader. As you can tell, it's a retail box, but there's green tape on it. Almost like black tape, but it's green. I didn't know if this was used or maybe when this went into production, the box, it had some misinformation on it. Here we get to see the USB 3.0 card reader. It does come with a manual and some screws, and that's all this thing really needs. You won't need drivers for it. Of course, they're not going to have software with it for burning Blu-rays or any type of audio or video editing software. It's just basically a USB card reader with a USB 3.0 port. You should be able to see the USB cable. That obviously will connect to the USB header on your motherboard. If you have an iMac or a laptop, you can get external enclosures and do the exact same thing. I would prefer to have it internal just for the simple fact I won't have FireWire cables, Thunderbolt cables, USB cables. I won't have to worry about the cables for the power adapter It'll just make things a little bit tidier. I won't have to use extra desk space with my micro ATX case, where if you had a laptop or an iMac, you would be using more desk space. But you can achieve the same goal. It's up to you which way you want to go. Do you want to be internal or do you want to be external? I should end this video by stating I'm not building a Hackintosh. That's the sticker that came with my Mac Mini. I just thought I'd put it on there to see if it looked cool. It looks kind of horrible, so I'll probably end up taking it off.